I put some tape on the back of this, not just any tape, just some anti-slip rug tape. It's not the prettiest ever. I just cut it into like a rough shape, peeled and stuck. It's on there pretty good for the most part. That fall reminds me, I took this off. This was on in my pocket, and with it in my pocket, it's a little rubbery, the texture to it. You maybe not be able to tell, but it's a little rubbery. It catches on stuff. It caught on my wallet or my keys or something, and because of that, it dropped. Probably see it, but it fell. There it is. Took some damage. Not happy about that. Is what it is. Anyway, as far as using it like this, it's not too bad, by the way. Proof that I own this game, Golden Sun, The Lost Age. Yes, the second one. Wanted to make sure. Oh, I pressed a button. It's not perfect. It does work. It stays in place for the most part. You know, it does its whole thing. I don't know why that keeps popping up now. It's probably just the angle I'm on. It doesn't affect the game at all. It's just the game mode of this system. Yeah, it works fine. It stays mostly in place. The R and L buttons are a little bit funky to hit, but it's not unusable either. If you play like this, which is a little odd, it is playable. But honestly, as long as you're not emulating games that use the triggers a lot, and you're emulating games up to that point, or playing games up to that point, it's fine. I will say that the D-pad does not register in RetroArch as a D-pad. I think it registers as an analog stick. I had to remap it every time to both to make it work. This is a different emulator, My Boy, the free version. This is actually really nice. There's turbo button here, or not turbo, fast forward here, and then turbo button, A here, turbo, yeah. Anyway, it works. And it works pretty well. The controller itself is great. There is a minor issue that I have with this, and I'm going to turn off my microphone noise cancellation for this. It's this. So it's just this side. It's got a little bit of like when you're actually using it, it's got a little bit of rattle to it. That was before it dropped. The form factor is great. I would say if you're going to put the tape on the back, it works really well, but I don't think it's going to last. I think you should get some either neoprene or rubber foam tape, like for like window insulation. That would probably work better. I could not find any. I looked through Lowe's. The closest thing that they had was garage door insulation tape. Amazon has something. Amazon would have taken a lot longer to get, and I would have had way too much of it. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to put the noise suppression back on. I like it. It works. Switch mode works with switch controls, where the A button is, of course I don't have a switch controller handy, but where the A button is where it is on the Switch. The D mode, Windows, Android, everything else, is Xbox layout, so the A button is where you expect it on an Xbox controller, down at the bottom. Haha. If you have it in the Switch mode, it registers as a Pro controller. If you have it in the D input, it registers as 8BitDo micro gamepad. And then if you put it in the K slot, SDK, that was a thing, wasn't it? It registers as a keyboard. I think it still registers as 8BitDo keyboard, or maybe just Bluetooth keyboard. But you can map any of these buttons to any key on a keyboard, and you can use those for certain kind of macro functions and stuff like that. I know there's some kind of special functionality to it. I haven't really messed with it too much yet. If people want to see what this can do, I'll mess around, find out, learn what it can do. It does what I need to do as far as like taking pictures, record, doing all that stuff on my phone just as is. I don't have to do anything extra for it. So I'm kind of happy with that. What I think this is good for, if you have a phone that has emulators of games you own, of course, and you want to just take it with you and have something to play, you have this, you plug this in. If you have a Samsung phone, Samsung DeX into a screen. You basically just have, you know, like a portable thing that you can shove in your pocket along with your phone. This thing weighs like nothing. It's really unique in that. It does work relatively well. I will say that if you don't have some kind of adhesive on the back, trying to press the R and L buttons, it's a little difficult because you have to brace with the bottom. So you have to take your thumbs off of the buttons to brace, because otherwise it just kind of slides unless you have some sort of adhesive on the back holding it in your fingers. A little bit of a, not oversight. I wish it would have had just like a naturally kind of like rubbery texturized finish on the back. That would have made this kind of perfect for me. I understand why they didn't. That would have increased the cost of this product to have it be multiple different materials like this instead of all just the same thing. Oh, I just noticed more damage from the fall. Yeah, I would recommend do not use the strap in your pocket, it will catch on to anything and everything, even your hand. But yeah, I like this thing after using it for a couple of days, maybe a little bit longer than a week now. Yeah, it's quite useful as a controller, as just an average tool to have. I actually haven't used it on Switch. I might do that right now. Let's do it. That was more work than it needed to be, and it wasn't because of this. This paired up no problem. Elgato's 4K capture utility with my Mach 2 capture card. The software opened up on a window that was on a monitor that wasn't on. That being said, this just paired up the way that any controller would. You press the little pair button that's on the bottom right next to that SDK, press the R and L buttons, it just pairs up. So I'm super excited because there's a game that is coming out in 20 minutes that I am super excited about. Sea of Stars. I played through the whole thing already twice. Once here and once on my Steam Deck. This demo is absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for the game. This is all I can think about. It's like Chrono Trigger and Golden Sun. I really hope that's not too loud. Let's see how this plays. This would be a perfect game for something like this. D-pad just registers. Neat. This is like, let's do it. I'm so excited. It's so little. I guess so much for quick and dirty, huh? I don't know if the R buttons actually do anything. Ooh, I missed. Oh, I went a little soon. I messed it up. It'll go on for quite a while. Let's hurl. Now let's catch him on fire. So yeah, I mean, like, as you can see, I'm sure. Heck yeah. Totally playable on some games. I'll try Mario Kart next, actually, once I finish this fight. I can't leave a fight unfinished. Okay. So yeah, ZR is the R2 on this. I wonder if it's remappable. Grab that, not that it matters. Anyway, yeah, this is Sea of Stars. It drops in 22 minutes. I'm so excited for this. Cool, the little heart button is the home button. Just makes sense.
Mario Kart! Hey!
Indeed. Yeah, again, if that didn't have some adhesive on the back, it'd be a little bit hard to manage. When I was doing it without this, it was slipping around a little bit. You know what? Let's do one of the new ones. Let's see how this goes, because I actually have to use the R and L buttons on this. Oh, hey, it's my hometown. I didn't even process that was what I was doing here. Okay. Hey. I mean, it's not the best experience ever. Oop, I let go of the A button. It's so small. I slid right off. Oh no! Ooh, okay, yeah, you really gotta be careful with the R button and the A button here. Ooh, it's a little difficult. I think I could, oh wow, I aimed for it. I don't usually Mario Kart on camera. Oh no! This is definitely more difficult. I'm one of those people who's first place regardless. It worked out well for me. Thanks for taking my item, I guess. Oof, what a bad place to get hit. Oof. I threw that behind me? Oh. Mario Karted. Oof. I don't know if I could save this one anymore. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I could save this one. Oh, oh, this is pain without love. Yeah, I keep on letting go of the A button and slipping onto the B. I kind of wish I had a top-down camera for this so you could see my hands doing their thing. Oh yeah, my thumb keeps slipping onto the brake. Okay, so while trying to do this, there's how much movement there is in pressing on the really noisy trigger here, or I guess bumper. I feel like I could get used to it. I'm gonna do one more race. In the movement, the amount of full hand movement that it requires to move, to get the pressure to press the button, the thumb moves down and it keeps on moving off of the A. So maybe not for a game like this, but I think I could get used to it. Yeah, but like I feel like my finger while pressing the A is sitting on the B. I ended up sitting on the brake and not realizing it just because it's so close, because it's so tiny. Ooh, that was all me. Yeah, this is hard with this little guy. The D-pad's great. No complaints about the D-pad. D-pad is a little small, but it feels familiar. I am all over the place here. Yeah, it feels familiar. It feels like, it definitely feels like something I felt before. It's a little bit bigger than the GameCube D-pad, I think. Maybe about the same size, and it just feels bigger because of the size of the rest of the controller. I'm not quite sure. But the D-pad feels good. Gosh. And familiar. Buttons feel like they're about the size of the Switch buttons, but the Switch... Oh, God. That's not for me, is it? Aha! Oh, I did it way early. Thank you. I drifted that real bad, but I got out of it okay. I did the thing where I held my thumb on the B button again. I feel like I was mid-thought a second ago, and I completely lost it. Sorry about that. ADHD brain stuff. I didn't mean to let go of that. Oh, okay. I'm glad I did two laps. My thumb is cramping real hard, so much that it's like shaking. Because of the fact that my fingers are not only holding the buttons, but the buttons are holding the controller in place. Normally you have a controller and it's, let's pick one. My satiric one. Normally you have a controller and it's like resting in your hands, and your hands are holding the weight of the controller and your thumbs are just pressing the buttons. On this, your fingers are holding the weight of the controller, and that makes it a little more difficult for games like this. For RPGs, turn-based games, strategy, Disgaea would be a good one for something like this. This would be good for Pokemon. Yeah, I wouldn't use it for shooters. I feel like that would be miserable. Oh, I got a fighting game. Can you imagine? Let's find out. I'm here. Let's do it. It's magic. Oh, my thumb's still sore from Mario Kart. Okay. Yeah, no. Snake way! What's up, Krillin?
Super Saiyan? Hey, that's not fair.
Wait, who's up against? Oh, right. No. Yeah, no, that's not fair. This is where we're starting? Okay, what's punch? I don't remember. I think it's... Yeah, that's punch. Damn it. So I'm holding the controller a little funky for this. That is very unrealistic. I put my face right in front of my energy too. I can't tell what I'm at. Oh, I'm at 3. Okay. Let's see. I have a separate monitoring screen. Oh, well, I took a screenshot. Oh, I must have rolled over on it. Screenshot button's like really right next to the D-pad. Yeah, it is. Oh. I don't remember the controls at all. It's been a while. Oddly enough, because of the fact that the hands are moving so much on this one, it's not so bad. I wouldn't recommend it for it. It's better than racing. Do I have a shit? Oh, I have Bulletstorm. I don't think this is gonna pan out too good. Ooh, Sea of Stars drops in 7 minutes. D-pad works in the menu. It's a little button to fire. That's gonna be, maybe it'll be fine. Sorry, I've got like a medical condition with my eye. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's not a second stick. Yeah, I can't turn. I wonder if I can map it somehow to turn. Hey. I wonder if I can control right stick and left stick at the same time. This might be cursed, but I'm trying it. I don't think it worked. Hey, I don't think I can do both. Oh, that would have been funny. Little cursed. Oh yeah, there's no press in. So if you had like a melee on the thumbstick or something, you just don't get it. Without having another control on this side, you just get this. Definitely not for shooters. RPGs, Mario Party, Boomerang Fu probably. So yeah, simpler games. Sea of Stars, Dragonball FighterZ surprisingly. Mario Kart still kind of like old emulators. Get a USB-C to HDMI cable. They're cheap. Plug your phone in, use it on a screen. Get 2 of these, play with friends. You can fit the whole system in your pocket. They're fun. It's not going to be your main controller. Definitely not. Right, so this controller works on the mobile app. It needs to be set on the keyboard mode, and then you press the little heart to turn it on. This is wirelessly, by the way, and then it should show up in here, and then you can click it, or press on the button on the controller, of course. You can change the key mappings in this software. You can disable sleep too. I didn't realize that was a thing. Firmware settings, there's not much to change. The profiles, I'm assuming, are switched with the little star button that's on this thing. I don't see what other button it could possibly be. I didn't really see anything in the instructions for it either. But yeah, you basically would go through and change whatever you want to change in here, and then click sync to device on the bottom right, and then it would load everything up and let you know that things are ready to go. But yeah, that's a brief overview of the software. I do think it's kind of interesting that it's showing a blue controller and I have a green one. With the ultimate software for everything else on PC, it shows the controller and the proper color for what I have. The controller does not register on the PC ultimate software. This is on mobile, and it will only work on the mobile one. And I emailed them about it. That's what they said. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have any requests, let me know. I'll mess around with it a little bit.